Hey, what's up guys, Tony here, and I am bringing you some Battlefield 3 gameplay, and this is coming on the heels of the major Battlefield 3 patch that just came out yesterday. And as you can see in the left hand corner, I am playing with Snoov603 and Fake Thriller of Shoosty Bang, two guys that I play a lot with now. It's kind of incredible how much we actually play together. It's one of those things where I don't want to say if they're not online I don't feel like playing, but they're at the top of my list of people that I really enjoy playing with now, because we've been playing together for so long that we just sort of, for lack of a better term or phrase, we just seem to know each other so well that we know where we all are going to be, and we just work really well together. So anyways, what someone had asked me to do was to do a Battlefield 3 patch notes video, except for one, totally forgot to do it, and two, there's a lot to cover and I just didn't really feel up to it because it's not really my shtick, you know. I haven't really been that guy to do announcements and patch notes and stuff like that, you know. I don't call it tutorial crap, but stuff like that, that's just not really what I do. And so what I thought I would do though is give my impressions of the patch. And first off, when I heard it was a 1 GB patch, I almost shit my pants. I was like, are you serious? 1 gig? I can't imagine 1 GB worth of patch. I mean, that's a major deal. So it really was. I played a couple of hours last night, and I was able to get my hands pretty much on the new Battlefield 3. I'm calling it, quote, the new Battlefield 3 because it plays like a new game. I mean, like, I don't want to emphasize what happened, because the game itself essentially is the same, but the controls and some of the things, they're going to take some getting used to, and so I'm calling it the new game. Oh, by the way, Fake Thriller was taking a piss, so he laid in the prone right there, and he was our mobile spawn point for a while, even when the bad guys were surrounding him. It was actually pretty funny. But the game itself plays a little differently. Like, guns have, for me, and some of the things that Snoov and Fake Thriller and I noticed, that they seem to have way more recoil, especially the light machine guns. Like here you can see I'm trying to get the handle on the G36 right now, and it's just all over the place. So it feels like the guns have a little bit more kick to them. They don't produce any more damage. I've heard that some of the guns got buffs. Not a lot of guns, from what I know, have got nerfs. The only thing that got nerfed was like the frag rounds and the splash damage. I know sniper rifles got, actually their power was increased, so if you get like a chest or headshot, that's a one-shot kill. I really wish I had like the patch notes in front of me. I saw an extensive list, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or so, and it's huge. I mean, there was so much stuff, and I couldn't even cover it in like a video. And you've probably seen tons of video of people covering the patch, but what I'm going to tell you guys is just the things that I noticed from just playing the game. One thing that I tend to notice from last night's experience is that, first of all my classes are changed. They're all messed up, and I just downloaded it tonight. I had to re-download the Back to Karkin package, so all my Back to Karkin weapons weren't available. So it was just one of those, it totally threw me for a loop. I'm like, wait, where's the L85? I'm working on the L85 right now. Like, where is it? And oh yeah, that's right, I didn't download the Back to Karkin strike package because I didn't feel like waiting another 15 minutes to download and install the thing and all that stuff. So some of the guns I have, they're not there. My classes are all messed up. Like, I don't usually use that tac light. I use the M27 IAR, I think it is, and it's got like a bipod and a laser sight on it in this match. And I don't use a bipod or a laser sight. I use the foregrip with a holographic. And I don't think maybe I use like a flash suppressor or something. I don't quite remember. But I didn't notice. Like, I just noticed. I'm like, whoa, man, these freaking machine guns have so much recoil. Even my beloved M249 has a shit ton of recoil now. At least it does. Like, this is all like my butt dyno telling me like there's something different about the game. It's not. I can't prove it with statistics. Like, some people will have, here is the recoil per round, and if you fire fully automatic, this is at 0.25 of a meter increase or whatever. You know, they got all the stats. That's great. But I'm just going on what I feel. I'm a little, to be honest, I'm a little rusty at the game anyways. I hadn't played it in a while. I mean, it's one of those things where like you take, I don't know, just a couple days off and like your aim goes to shit. You know, I've been playing way too much baseball. Like aim is like totally shit right now. So anyways, I wrote some notes down here, so let me go over this. So the 1 gigabytes worth of download was just wow. Some people, like I heard my buddy Topher, he said it took him an hour to download the patch. And I was like, dude, really an hour? It probably took me like 15 minutes, but I guess that's because I've got swanky West Coast, you know, super fast internet or something. The sounds, oh my gosh, some of the sounds are just incredible. I don't know if you guys got into any of those armored vehicles. The Russian one, I noticed right off the bat, it's got new sound effects. The gun sounds different. You can hear the shells, the casings hitting inside around you, and it sounds like they're really hitting around you. It's actually super cool. I really enjoy that about the game. Classes are all messed up. Weapons, it seems like they've got more recoil. The spawns, it feels slower. I don't like, and this is something that Snoov and I talked about while we were playing. It's just like, is it me, or does it feel like it's taking forever to spawn? And he said, yeah, it feels like it's taking forever to spawn. So I was looking at it, it's got like a 4-second countdown, but it feels longer than that to get back in the game. And again, this is just my butt dino going like, hey, there's something different about this game. I can't quantify it at all, but it just feels different. There's also the quote safe spawn that I've noticed. Like there are several times where we had B, and I would spawn at the not at B itself or around B, but below the this area that I'm right now, but by the escalator facing B. And there are a couple times where I'm like spinning, like, where am I? You know, and that's what I mean by it feels like a new game. It's just like the spawns are different, the guns play a little differently, so it's just, it feels new and it's gonna take some getting used to. Let's see here, the mini map. I noticed. And I might have to show like a clip of this at the end of this video, because for me, I can't believe those guys didn't see the dude just like, whoa, what's going on, man? You guys shoot this asshole. And I get dropped. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But the mini-map is slow to respond, at least for aircraft. There were a couple times where we got into Operation Firestorm, and I was dogfighting, and I would shoot a guy down, and I'd destroy him, but the aircraft lingered on the mini-map. So I went chasing this ghost, you know, signature that's on my radar, and I'm just like, dude, there's a guy on my ass. You know, I was telling Snoov and Fake Thriller, who were inside a chopper, I'm like, dude, there's a guy on my ass, and they're like, okay, we're gonna see if we can help you out. And then like I get around, and I'm trying to get around on this phantom radar signature, and then lo and behold, it's just nothing there, and it just disappears. And it's like, what's going on with the minimap? Why is it so slow to respond? So that's something that's new, and maybe it'll get fixed. There's actually something that I heard, I read about, is that they're going to be slowly like increasing the functionality of the patch as the week goes on. So apparently like 100% functionality hasn't been introduced yet, and that won't come until Friday or Saturday or something like that. So something to look forward to, I guess. There's a quit function now. I like that there's a quit function in between games. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. I love that. Everyone was like, oh my god, we can quit out of a match. We don't have to wait till we get into a new match and then quit from there. We can just bounce out in between. The games don't seem to take very long to actually load this time. It feels like the time in between matches is slower, or I mean quicker. So that's kind of nice. The anti-lacing thing, I don't know. I'm not a computer person. I have no effing clue what lacing or anti-lacing is. Apparently it's supposed to help with input lag. I couldn't even tell you what input lag is. Apparently it's like from what I understand, input lag, like you do a motion and your character takes longer than so many milliseconds or whatever to do something, so people notice this sort of numbness in their controls. I've never noticed it. I've never experienced it. It took, I mean, this is how like not technical I am. It took me a long time to figure out what the hell frame rate lag was. You know, people bitch about frame rate lag in Black Ops, and I'm just like, oh, frame rate lag. I hate that. I didn't know what the hell it was. I really didn't know what it was until I started to notice it. You know, that's really like when I was watching my videos, and I was like, wait a second. You know, especially when you were watching in theater mode, you're like, wait a second. That totally looked different from my end. And so that's when I figured out what the frame rate lag was. The flares defeat all missiles. laser guided heat seeking, which I think is kind of weird, to be honest. I see why they did it, but if it's a laser guided missile, I think it should hit. Your flare is not going to, defeat. Oh, see my triple grenade right there? I was like, yay! But I don't see why. You should have to put on ECM jammer or some sort of other jammer to defeat the laser guided missile. Like, there should be a choice. So for it to be so global, so universal, it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I got down very quickly by Stinger missiles. Like, it was insta kill. I was in the Z11 on North South Canals, and I jumped up. I actually killed a guy with my guided missile. Killed a tank. I was super stoked. I was like, yeah. But then I got just like boom, one hit with a missile, bam, like that from a Stinger, and I was done. I was down to like 28%. I was going down, and there was nothing I could do about it. So that's I don't know. I was just kind of like, dang, man, they really made. I like that you could stay up in the air. I mean, I didn't have an engineer with me, so it was just me. So, I mean, I like the fact that you could take a little damage. Like 2 Stinger missiles would take down a chopper, but one put it down. Like one, if you didn't have an engineer, you got hit by 1 missile, you're going down. Unless you set the thing down to repair, you're done. You're past the 33% or whatever it was. Like once you hit 33% or 35% or whatever, you go down and you're gonna flame out and you're gonna die unless you have somebody fixing you. And something you learn in jets really quickly, you just bail out. I don't think I should talk right here. Watch this. This is so freaking awesome. I had to put in slow-mo for you guys. I was like, done. I was like, yeah, get some. I was so excited. Let's see. There's the rent a server thing. That's gonna be cool. I'd love to try that out. The balanced weapons, the USA's 12 with 5 rounds, stuff like that. The FAMAS got 20 rounds, things like that. So, anyways, guys, this game is totally done, and it didn't feel like I was talking for 10 minutes. So, I can't remember. I think I went like 27 and 10 or something like that. But, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.
Good work, man. Maintain this, and we can all go home.